Okay, thank you. I'm Denise Gagne and the creator of Musicplay, and I want to introduce our Musicplay team that's helping me out today. Without them, I would be lost, especially today. Danae, give a wave, and we have Michelle as well. And both these ladies are talented musicians as well as being wonderful within the team. So I'm talking today about pieces for November 11th. Canadians have Remembrance Day and Americans have Veterans Day. Focus is a little bit different. There is crossover where there are songs certainly that we can use for both, and there are some songs that would be less used. So I will go through this. So I wanted to start with the John Jacobson song, Soldier, This Song I Sing for You, because this one is written specifically for Veterans Day, but it's also a really good song to use for November 11th. And I am screen sharing, right?
Yep, you are good.
Good. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick search for Soldier. And here is Soldier, This Song I Sing for You. So as with everything John Jacobson, there is notation with vocals, notation with accompaniment, lyrics, and he's got full choreography movement. And for this one, we actually have a really nice kids demo. This was done at Singabration in July 2022, just when John Jacobson came and joined up with MusicplayOnline, and I got to attend this and hear these kids perform. So it really was quite lovely. So let's, I'm going to invite you to not unmute, but to sing along with this. I'm not going to distress you with my singing, but sing along a little bit so you've got the idea. And then we'll do the choreography. We'll just go through the first part of the song.
Soldier, this song I sing for you, for all that you have done, for sacrifice, for valor, my daughter and my son. Soldier, this song I sing for you, who gave so much to me, who served us all with honor and to keep our country free. I
And that's an
sing
optional part. If you're doing it with your littles, just teach the melody part.
my song will never end. I sing to honor you, my hero and my friend.
So let's go to the choreography now. I have to move my Zoom controls a tiny bit, and we'll go to the full choreography. This is quite slow, so I don't think we need to do the teaching choreography. So push back from computer screen, and we'll do what John teaches us to do.
Soldier, this song I sing for
Everybody
you,
salute.
for all that you have done, for sacrifice, for valor, my daughter and
And bring
my
that hand to your heart.
Soldier, this song I sing for you, who gave so much to me.
Present that same hand across the front, palm up.
With honor and to keep our country free.
Slower, lower the hand. Scoop one hand, not too high because you're reaching to the people you're singing to.
My song will never end.
Now bring it to your heart.
I sing to honor you, my hero
And lower your hands towards the audience.
And I'm going to stop there because we have lots to do.
And so
But I'm going to show you a little bit of the kids because it's always nice to see real children that have performed it successfully. In this performance, they had a screen above that they were able to show some of the words. So a beautiful song and a really good song to use for November 11th, whether it's Remembrance Day for Canadians or Veterans Day for Americans. Now, before I move away from Veterans Day, I'm going into units and I'm going into programs and musicals, and I'm going to basketball performance ideas because Kristen Luco has done a wonderful patriotic performance. So you can download the PDF with her teacher notes. I'll make this full screen so you can see and make it a little bit bigger. So at the beginning, we hold the basketballs still in front of the body, and then 2 sets of 8 dribble quarter notes. Now she has students that can do it between their legs, and then she has some students who can't. And so they just dribble back and forth. Way easier with basketballs than with bouncy balls. This, I actually can't do the dribbling with it. All I can do is motion because the ball goes flying. I've tested this out. Then we bounce half notes. So it's just a bounce, catch, 2 sets of 8. Then we dribble again, bounce, catch. None of Kristen's routines are particularly complicated. They are easy to learn, and the kids who have been probably playing basketball and at least in phys ed classes really enjoy this. They really like this. So this is a combination or a medley of Grand Old Flag and Stars and Stripes Forever. And the version that Kristen has used is by the Ohio State University Marching Band, and she directs it to where you can get it on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you do. But we have created an accompaniment track that will work for you. And we've taken our arrangements. So this is not what Kristen recommends, but I actually think it works quite effectively. It was interesting because our recording engineer's son is a drummer, he's a percussionist. And so he did the percussion solo parts and did a really great job of it. So motion, if you don't have a tennis ball or a basketball or a bouncy ball with you, just do the motions so that you can try this with Kristen's grades 5 and 6, 5th grade for sure. This is, you can see she did this in a Veterans Day performance. I love the level of engagement of the kids, 100% engagement, and of the audience as well. So, hold and right. Notes. So even if you don't perform that, really good material to keep your 5th grade, your 6th grades engaged. The other basketball performance pieces, All Shook Up, the Zombie Nation one. I learned this and All Shook Up in about an hour. They're not that hard to do. They look really good because they fill a great big huge space, but they aren't impossibly difficult to do. Let's Get It Started by the Black Eyed Peas. And then Twilight Zone, this one is great. And then we have the Grand Old Flag, Stars and Stripes. And note to self, I should probably add in to the video. We could probably do that. Add into the video the half notes, whole notes, quarter notes, dribble. That would make it even easier to learn. You can follow the teacher score and do it yourself, but boy, that would be easy if it was actually on the video itself. So note to self, Danae, make a little pencil and paper note so that I don't forget to do that. So I'm gonna make things small again so I can see and keep going. Scripts. Very often you will find things for November 11th from MK8, maybe from Music Express magazine that John Jacobson wrote for. And I'm sure there's really good stuff out there in addition to what's in Musicplay. And we want to give you lots of options. So if you go into units and you go to programs and musicals, there are 2 options for you. One is the program Salute, and this was written by John Jacobson. So it's a Veterans Day program. Here is the script for you, and songs used include Star Spangled Banner, Soldier, This Song I Sing for You, Carried Me With You, Give My Regards to Cohen. I'm not sure I would do that on a November 11th assembly or program. Thankful, because we're thankful for all those first responders and for all the veterans that have sacrificed so much to keep us safe. I'll tell you, with the world events right now, I am so thankful that I'm living in a country that's peaceful, and I just feel terrible for all the people that are not in such a good situation. So Salute is a whole Veterans Day program. There is other materials for November 11th, and I'm not going to go to I'm going to go to units, and I'm going to go to festivals and holidays, and I am going to look for Remembrance Day. There it is. It's called November 11th. So here are the related songs in Musicplay. And you can see that we have in Flanders Fields. I'm actually going to suggest two arrangements for you, one that's in Musicplay Middle School and one that's in a different resource. And Songs of Peace. Often the focus in Canada for Remembrance Day, one year the veterans had their motto for the year was never again. And so we've really had a focus on peace, making peace, unity in our countries, because war's never going to solve anything. We're only going to solve things if we learn to get along. So here are some of the unity songs that you can do. So those are the related songs at the top of the unit. These are what's really helpful, the extra resources. So there's a Remembrance Day resources handout, and this gives the protocol for doing Remembrance Day programs in Canada. And there is a fairly strict protocol that Canadians are supposed to follow. There's a sample script. This is printable, it's a PDF, and this is an editable script. So I'm going to open the PDF because the other one just downloads for me. So there is the script. I will make it full screen so you have a chance to see it, and I'll make it bigger. So this is one that was used in a nearby school. Student 1 reads, "Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Remembrance Day service. Today we celebrate and remember those who have served our country and gave us the freedom we have today. Please remember that this is a solemn and quiet assembly. Try to remember not to clap." And again, that's part of the protocol that's expected in Canada. It's not expected for Veterans Day, I'm sure. "Show your respect and thank you in advance for good behavior." Then student 2 reads, "We will begin with the entrance of our special guests, including," and in Canada we'll often invite a member of the Legislative Assembly. There are veterans that will sometimes come and speak. We'll invite them. So dignitaries, special guests, there's a color guard, and then they have the laying of the wreath. In my school, when I did Remembrance Day assemblies, ceremonies, we would always have a wreath laid by each class. So there would be either an instrumental piece or we would sing a song while each grade level took up a wreath. So even our little kindergartens got to participate in this. And then this is the Canadian version. So we sing "O Canada," and then you can insert either a children's story, a dramatization, or a reader's theater. Part of Canadian Remembrance Day services is always the poem in Flanders Fields. And in the Remembrance Day resources handout, that poem will be there. And I'm pretty sure we have it on MusicplayOnline for you to teach as a poem as well as song arrangements. And then invite the veteran to speak. We'll now watch a short video presented by the Memory Project. There are some really good videos recommended on the warmuseum.ca website. They actually have some really good ones, and schools are permitted to show them. And then this concludes our thing. So the last post is typically played, followed by, it's supposed to be 2 minutes of silence. Often in the schools, we shorten it to 1 minute simply because the kids get too wiggly. And then after the minute of silence, then the end of the last post is played. So this is a sample script for Remembrance Day. See if I can escape from that. I don't know what I did. I did something. Oh my goodness. What did I do? Exit full screen, that's what I need. And there is also, we created a script for Veterans Day. And so there's a sample script here as a PDF. For you to be able to edit it yourself, you can do that as, because it's a Word doc. So you can input it into Google Docs or in Word. Then there's a sample script too for Veterans Day, and we had some help with this as well. So here is the poem in Flanders Fields. Here is another poem, "Why We Wear a Poppy." So in Flanders Fields, I mean, it's an absolute classic poem. It's one that we expect our fifth graders to memorize and learn. And then why we wear a poppy. I'm not actually sure if we wear poppies in the US or not, but it's something that's done in Canada. And typically the poppies come out on November the 1st, and poppies are worn till November the 11th. And every news announcer, every public figure, every teacher, students are encouraged to wear the poppies. And this explains why the poppies are used, and a lot of it is explained in the poem in Flanders Fields. So it was chosen as a way to remember, and poppies have become a symbol of remembrance. And then we have, oh, sorry, I didn't close those down. An Honored Son. This is another nice poem that can be used as part of a ceremony. This Hall of Heroes is good for both Remembrance and Veterans Day, and it's given to each student. So each student that has a relative that is a veteran, this is the Microsoft Word one, so if I download it, it's just going to go. And many children this was Rainbow Creek Elementary, have friends and family that are currently serving or have served our country. We'd like to honor them. Please bring in a copy of a picture of friends and relatives to go up in our Hall of Heroes. Label the picture with the name of the person, the student that they're related to, and the war they participated in. So the name, grandfather to, served in. And the pictures are used to create a Hall of Heroes. And then they were done on a backdrop of bricks to create a wall. It was a really nice addition to the Remembrance Day service, and it was done outside the gymnasium so that it was there. Here are recordings of the last post and reveille, so that if you don't have a trumpeter that can play, you can use the recordings. And let me just make sure, yes, it is downloadable, so that's not a problem. And then there are projectables for it as well. I am not positive. It explains what the last post is. So that is good. The Peace Book by Todd Parr. Another storybook that I've used with littler children is Ferdinand. And Ferdinand is the bull that doesn't want to go fight other bulls. He wants to smell the flowers. And so for your littles, your kindergartens, your grade 1s, grade 2s, Ferdinand the Bull is a great storybook to use for Remembrance Day. So that is what's in the November 11th Festivals and Holidays unit. And you can get that from Units, Festivals and Holidays, and look up November 11th. You can also set the filters, and that will work as well. Now I want to go to some of the songs that we have. There are lots, and again, I can find all my November 11th songs by adding a filter. So I'm going to filter, I want songs, and I want holidays, and I want Remembrance Day, Veterans Day. So now I have a pretty good list of all the songs that can be used. So let's start with our littles. Our littlest is our pre-Ks, and we've done a new version of Poppy's Red that is, we had some teachers that wanted us to be more gender neutral, and so we've changed the words a little bit. So Poppy's Red, very simple song for your little.
Poppies red, poppies red. We thank our soldiers with poppies red. Poppies red, poppies red. We thank our sailors with poppies red.
very, very simple little song. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute because I'm going to show you my little cookie sheet thing. I would use this song to talk about melodic direction. Poppies red, poppies red, and then I'd clear those off and I'd put on the next part of the song. We thank our soldiers with poppies red. So it's this tool is a great tool for showing melodic direction. I could use it for showing the rhythms. And if I'm going to all the trouble of making up a set of these, I have a half class set. I don't have a full class set. I'm going to use it for my older students as well. So this is the back side of it. And here, if I was doing this particular song, for example, with a grade 2 class, then I would see if they could notate the phrases, mi, re, do, on the actual staff. Clear it off, do the next phrase. Mi, re, do, could you do that? And then do, 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 re, I need to move my maggots, re, re, and I would probably try and space them out a little bit, but this particular tool is really handy for teaching kids the lines of the staff, the spaces of the staff, and to start notating some simple songs. I had a teacher that posted a picture on Musicplay Teachers Group on Facebook, and she was using the activity Match the Melody, and she was playing so-me patterns with the kids. And instead of having the kids say it's number 1 or number 2 or number 3, she had the kids put the pattern on the staff that they had heard. And so I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I never thought of it myself. I saw the picture and I go, oh yeah, what an awesome idea. So if I'm going to poppies red, if I was going to use this, it would be handy to have a pipe cleaner. Poppies red, and we could talk with our grade 2s about one sound on a beat, one sound on a beat, a sound that lasts for 2 beats. What do we call that, grade 2s? We call it a half note. So lots of teaching possibilities from a very simple song. And we used pilots so that, again, it would be inclusive. So a nice, easy song for our little guys. I'm going to share screen again. I'm not going to forget. And I'm going to go to the kindergarten song for Peace, which is Kumbaya, and it's not showing up in my list. I'm going to open up a new window, and I'm going to put it in here. So I'm going to go to the song list, and I'm looking for Kumbaya. And we have some really cute little kids demos. This one we had to fuzz faces, this one not, but it's a used and well-loved little song, and it touches on the theme of peace. So everybody knows how to sing this. So let's use the lyrics for this one.
Kumbaya.
have to work on a set of lyrics that doesn't include the Lord, I don't know what to do. If you have any ideas, please send them to me, because making this something that you can use with everybody is, I think, really important. This talks about phrase form, which phrases in the song are the same. Phrases 1 and 3 are the same, and our little people, our kindergartens, can learn that. Which phrase is similar to phrase 1 and 3, and it's phrase number 2. Which phrase is different? It's phrase number 4. Now that we have split up the concept slides, it's a really quick way to check what concepts can I teach from this song. I mean, Kumbaya is a really well-known song, but I think it's a really good song for teaching phrase form. There's an about the song that talks about its history, and it is one of the most popular folk songs of all time. So you can read this yourself, or you can just paraphrase for your students. So let's go to grade 1, and I'm going to try and find that window that I had, because I had a good one. There it is. Grade 1 has a beautiful lyrical piece called Just One Candle. This has many variations. During COVID, we created Rhythm Band to go with Just One Candle so that classes could perform it without singing if they weren't allowed to sing. But we have many performances of it. We have Judy, I can't think of her last name, from Texas, who gave us ASL sign language to the song. And again, that was done during COVID so that if kids couldn't actually sing out loud, they could do the words. But the song by itself is really quite lovely. There's a piano arrangement to go with it. If you have even a parent volunteer that could accompany your students, I always think it's really nice to do at least one piece in a program where you accompany with piano so that the kids get the actual choral experience within your classroom. Accompaniment track is lovely, but it's always nice to have some piano. We always have ukulele guitar as well. There is a vocal score for this one, and this one could, we did it last year with our Red Deer Children's Choir, and the Red Deer Children's Choir was grades 2, 3, 4, 5. So we gave them the vocal score, and it's not too young for the grade 2, 3, 4, 5s. So let's, I'm going to invite you to sing, please, with the notation for this song, and we'll just do it once through because essentially it repeats. Optional solo, if you have a good little soloist.
Just one candle shining in a window pane gives a light for all to see, a shining flame shining through the darkness. It helps to show the way. Light your candle for peace today. Shine your light for peace. Shine it all around the world. Sing to everyone. Let your voice be heard. Shine your light for peace. Shine it everywhere. Show the people in the world you care. Yes.
It modulates and it repeats. Sorry, I'm choking here. Let's have a listen to the kids singing. I have so many kids demos of this, I'm not even sure which one this is.
Just one candle shining in a window pane.
And we should add the Red Deer Children's Choir version to this one. Danae, can you make notes? And the other one we should add to this are one of our neighboring schools. It's 1 minute from my office. Koinonia Christian School had done it in a performance, and it was really, really lovely. So let's, okay, I'm going to have to do my search again. I'm going to add my filter, and I'm going to add holidays and Remembrance Day. Okay, I did something wrong. I want songs. Let's clear the filters and let's try that. Oh, it's got Kumbaya up here. That's why I can't have anything selected. So I'm going to add the filter. I'm going to select songs and I'm going to go to holidays. Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. So if I look for yellow, yellow is grade 1. So just one candle is our lyrical choral piece. Could be done easily with grades 2, 3, 4, or 5. But I have a fun piece in here. I don't think I would do this in a Remembrance Day performance, but in class, when we're talking about piece, it would actually be lots of fun. There's bucket drumming for this. And we have a kid's demo of the movements that I do, but we're going to try and do the movements together. Actually, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to play it in the background. And Danae, it did it to me. It disappeared my Chrome window. I'm going to play it in the background, and then I want you to just do the movements with me. Here we go.
I got peace, peace, peace in my heart. I got peace, peace, peace in my heart. I got peace in my heart. That is where it's got to start. I got peace, peace, peace in my heart. I will jump for joy.
Go ahead. I have to be jumping. I'm not standing up.
For joy every day. I will jump for joy just like every girl and boy. I will jump for joy every day. I will wait for what I believe. I will wait for what I believe. I will wait 'cause I believe that we all should live in peace. I will wait for what I believe. I will clap, 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 clap my hands. I will clap, clap, clap.
Clap your hands as you're going. You just essentially what the words suggest.
I will clap, 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 clap my hands. I've got peace, peace,
Making the
peace
peace
in my
side,
heart.
showing your heart.
I've got peace, peace, peace in my heart.
Show your heart.
I've got peace in my heart. That is where it's got to start. I've got peace, peace, peace in my heart.
So I hope you enjoyed that song because I really do enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. I wrote it as a replacement for, I've got Peace Like a River, I think. I can't remember, but I wrote that one myself and I really quite like it. So that's options for first grade. Second grade, we've also got some really good options. I will share screen again and take you to Sing for Peace. This one, there's a kid's demo here that breaks my heart every time I talk about it. So the Sing for Peace kids demo that's really, really lovely is this one that was done by a wonderful music teacher, Robert, now retired, and he worked in Broward County. And he worked in Broward County at the time of the school shooting that left 17 dead. Some of the high schools in the area left school for 17 minutes as sort of a protest. He had his children sing for Peace, and they hung in the trees 17 glass doves, and the entire school sang it. So this song is in second grade, but again, you can go second, third, fourth, fifth. You can go down to your first grade and your kindergartens. There is an echo in here, and Robert's school does it really, really nicely. it makes me tear up every time I see those doves in the trees. So it's beautiful little song. We have several different kids demos of it. And if you do these songs for November 11th, you could pull them back in and do them at your Christmas concert or your holiday concert. Just One Candle works beautifully in a holiday concert. Sing for Peace works beautifully in a holiday concert. So don't hesitate to use songs for more than one purpose. I think it's a good use of your time, and when you don't have a lot of class time with the kids, this can be, okay, I have a problem here. What have I done wrong? Okay. I am doing something wrong, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. This is in grade 2, I know that. Let's clear off all the filters. Oh, it's because I've got grade 2 selected. There we go. So I want grade 2, and the song Make a Difference is here. If you remember any of the story that Come From Away did as a musical on Broadway about how 5,000 people on jumbo jets landed in Gander, Newfoundland. That particular occasion was celebrated 10 years later. And a lot of the people that were housed and fed by the people of Gander, Newfoundland came back and did a celebration. And the grade 2s of Gander Academy sang this song at that celebration. So again, we've got ASL here. These motions are by our team member, Lisa Fielder's children's choir when she was running children's choir. And I am going to try to stop sharing. Hopefully I don't lose everything. And I'm going to teach you the more. Okay, I didn't lose everything. That's beautiful. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to play We Can Make a Difference. And you do the movements with me. I'm going to push back.
We can make a difference in our world today. Together we can make our world a better
Sway left, sway right.
When we work together, so much can be done. If all the children in our world would sing in unison,
Point to yourself.
we know what's
Hands on
right.
hips.
We know what to do. The future can be
Other hand
brighter.
up.
It's up to me and you.
Take my hand and join me. You're going to join hands with yours beside
Take
you.
my hand and join me. Sing along with me.
Now lift hands up over
All
your
the
head.
children join us. There will be a change you'll see.
Now ask with one
Do
hand
you have
outstretched,
the
other
courage?
hand
Do
outstretched.
you have the pride?
Look,
Do you have a vision of a world where all is right?
hands to
We
self,
know what's right.
hands on hips.
We know what to do.
Scoot
The
left,
future can be
scoot right.
brighter. It's up to
Point
me
to
and
me, point to
you.
you. And now it's the same as the opening. We can make a difference.
We can make a difference in our world today. Together we can make our world a
Sway left, sway
better
right.
place. When we work together, so much can be done. If all the children in the world would sing in
Hands to
unison,
self,
we know what's
hands
right.
on hips.
And we know what to
Scoot
do.
left,
The future can be
scoot right.
brighter.
Now
It's
left fist up,
up to
right fist up. Now open hands and bring them slowly down. So it's one that my students have really enjoyed. And again, this is one I've done with grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. I've done it with all grade levels. And it's always gone over really well with the students. and with the audience. I remember I had lots of grade ones. We were doing it for Remembrance Day, and I said to the kids, I really want you to think about the words and really show that you understand what the words mean. This little boy in front, so sweet, he says, Mrs. Gagne, I am. And he was just affirming that they were emotionally connected to the song. So I'm going to share screen again because I'm going to introduce you to a couple of the Flanders Fields that we have. So in grade 3, we have a song called Remember Flanders Fields. So grade 3 is red. And this was written by Sandra Clausen. It's got the poem in Flanders Fields, so you can teach the poem to the kids, notation lyrics to teach the song by rote. But let's just sing through some of this. It's very pretty. It's something that really resonates with the children. In 2, not in 4.
They want no more in the news. Leaders clash. Who knows what's in store? Do we keep hope when there's despair? Do we all try to understand? Do we all care? Can we keep peace and let love flow? Can we remember Flanders Fields where poppies grow?
So again, I've done this with my students in 3rd grade. I've done it in 2nd. I've done it in 4th and 5th. It's just a lovely choral piece. It's simple, it's melodic, it's very beautiful, and it really does resonate with kids. So this is the middle school version of Flanders Fields, and this arrangement is by Craig Castles, our wonderful choral arranger, and he's actually written this one and another one. Again, you can do in unison instead of doing the parts if it's easier for your
In
students.
Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below.
And I'm going to stop there. It's a difficult poem to write melodically for, and Craig's not only done it once, he's done it twice, because in the book We Remember, in this resource, he's done another Flanders Fields that I like equally well, if not maybe a little bit better. We should probably try for next year to get that one on the website. So other songs that work really well, Shine a Light for Peace. I did this one and I had every child in the school with tea light candles, and they covered them up with their hands. And as we sang the song, I had one at a time, they opened and did it. In fact, I think we did that with flashlights, and they turned them on one at a time. But tea lights are a lot less expensive than buying flashlights for a whole choir. And it gives the same effect. You start off in the dark, you end up with all kids holding a tea light candle. So just a little bit of this one. I'm hoping I have some time to do these.
Shine a light for peace. Let it shine ever
Next student open.
bright. When
have to time it for the size of the group that you have if you want to make that work. Now, in grade 5, we had Shalom by Teresa Jennings from MK8, and we didn't have it licensed actually for the website. So we took Shalom off. If you want it, it's still available through MK8, but we didn't want to be not properly licensing things. And we replaced Shalom with A Wish for Peace, which to me is a beautiful, beautiful replacement. We've got some lovely kids demos of this. We actually should have on here the virtual choir that we did in 2020, where we invited teachers to sing for us. There's an optional flute part in this song. I've played the flute part with the choir. It's not difficult. You could probably have a good high school student play it.
I wish for you, I wish for me, I wish for all the world to live in harmony. When I look into the sky
And again, at the
at night
beginning,
and
this
see
is an
the
optional
stars
solo.
above, I wish for
If you've got a really
peace,
lovely little singer, that would
I
be
wish
lovely
for
to do.
love.
And now the full choir comes in.
I wish for you, I wish for you, I wish for me, I wish for me, I wish for all the world to live in harmony.
And there is 2 parts if you need
When
to
I look
reduce
into
to
the
listen.
sky at night and see the stars above, I wish for peace, I wish for peace, I wish for love. I wish for hope, I wish for joy, I wish for all these things for every girl and boy, that wherever in the world they are, they'll see the stars above and wish for peace and wish for love. When I look into the sky at night and see the stars above, I wish for peace, I wish for love.
And I probably should stop there, but I'm going to mention, I'm going to go to YouTube because I know I put this on YouTube. Take 1 minute to stand. There it is. So this is from the collection We Remember. And this to me, this touches me in a way that very, very few songs have touched me. So this is by Beth J. and sung by Maya
Take
Danielson.
1 minute to stand all across this land. Just 1 minute to stand and remember the 11th month, the 11th day, 11th hour. We stop and say, we remember, we will never forget the 11th month, 11th day, 11th hour. We stop and say, we remember, we will never forget. In that minute.
This song is published by Themes and Variations.
Oh, Morgan, I love that watermark there, but it's that kind of disturbs me. I'm going to look for the In Flanders Fields from We Remember because I believe it's on YouTube as well. There it is. So This is in Flanders Fields. This is the second arrangement that Craig Castles has done of this song. And I have a hard time deciding which of these I like the best. They're both really well written.
In Flanders Fields, the poppies flower. Between the crosses, row on row. That mark our place fall in the sky. The lark still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below. In Flanders Fields.
This song is published by Themes and Variations.
Thank you, Morgan, for the watermark. So you can get that particular song in this collection, We Remember. It's available store.musicplay.ca as either a download or a print product that you can get shipped to you. But this has 9 songs. It has some additional poem material, and it's not targeted. It's got material that's suitable for both Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. When there was a difference, we included both versions of the song. I just want to quickly mention some of the other resources that I put in the handout. The Royal Canadian Legion, legion.ca/remembrance, has poetry contests. It has video contests. Wouldn't it be wonderful if one of you made a video of In Flanders Fields from Musicplay and you won? And there's some serious dollars attached to these. You can download a teaching guide. There's classroom teaching material and information on the protocols. I mentioned warmuseum.ca. That is another really good resource for Canadian teachers. It's got sample scripts. It's got, and with the steps outlined that should be in the Remembrance Day ceremony. So they suggest starting with the 2 minutes of silence, some music, the wreath laying, a media presentation, and they have those at warmuseum.ca, a reading and an activity. So I hope this is giving you lots of options for November 11th, and not just November 11th, but hopefully for Christmas as well. So do we have any questions, Danae?
I have got no questions for you. I'm going to double check on YouTube. Yeah, it looks
I
like,
sent one in the chat. Sorry,
yes,
what was the
I'm
name
just
of the resource? And it's called, I'll put it into the chat. Let's see, can I put it into the chat? And I will put in store.musicplay.ca. And every one of our publications, there's very few exceptions, you can purchase as a download, and it's a little bit less expensive than the printed option, and then you don't have to pay shipping. So you can get them as a download from us. Did you see any other questions today?
yeah, the person who asked about the resource you mentioned, they specified and said the one after that for Canadians. So I'm not quite sure. We have
a song in here called Why Do We Have Remembrance Day? And then we've written Why Do We Have Veterans Day? And there's a Canadian version, there's an American version, and both are included in here. The other titles in here, I love the In Flanders Fields. I love the Take 1 Minute to Stand. Standing silently, that teaches kids why we have the minute of silence. Why do we have Remembrance or Veterans Day? May you dwell in peace. Dona Nobis Pacem uses the Dona Nobis Pacem words, but in a new setting. And then Be a Peacemaker, and then Unity. And there's a poem, Honor the Veterans, with a Canadian version and an American version. And of course, the poem In Flanders Fields is given in here as well.
All right, excellent. It looks like those are all of our questions. I'll check YouTube one more time. Yeah, those are all of our questions. Thank you so much, Denise.
Thank you, everybody, for coming today. And I hope that the November 11th ceremonies and celebrations at your school go really, really well for you. And this has been a help to you for planning your November 11th. Feels a bit weird talking about this in October. I'm looking outside and seeing spooky ghosts and all sorts of interesting Halloween things. But if we don't start now, we're not going to be ready for November the 11th. So it needs to be done. Thanks so much, everybody. Good night.